Welcome to the FIELD-TAC Readiness Weekly Action Report. The Weekly Action Report is where I find resources that may help or hinder you in your preparedness and self-reliance journey. I scour looking for new resources. I get tips from clients and other people in the preposphere that I know, have contact with, that let me know about things that are happening and what do I think, is it worth it, is it not worth it. So I thought I'd make videos and I would help you, the viewer, with the same thing that I help clients with, and giving them direction as to what I think helps and what I think would hurt them in their prepper journey. This week, the one that came to me is from a client. It's a YouTube channel and website I had never heard of. They sent me the link and said, "What do you think about this?" I clicked on the video that they were referencing, watched it, thought it was pretty interesting, but I have some questions and concerns. And the name of this YouTube channel is GridBase. Now, GridBase is basically to do with communications and networking and things of that nature, which is an important thing. I'm not a big comms guy as far as trying to communicate around the world or doing POTA or SOTA or any of that stuff. I want comms for my immediate area, for my immediate group or family or community. That's all I care about. I'm not trying to contact other people and have conversations, like I said, around the world or across the country. I don't care what's going on across the country. I care what's happening in my region and in my location, period. So as far as comms go, I'm very narrow. I have a very narrow path that I travel with comms, which I will get into in future videos. But now back to GridBase. So this video came up with the title about ATOCs, A-T-O-C-S. And I thought, well, looks kind of interesting, so I watched it. Now my first concern is that this is a very high-produced video. I think generally people that put out those kind of videos that are high overproduced and what they call cinematic are doing it to try to wow people and draw them in with the flash of a highly produced video. That's one strike that I have against GridBase. So I watched the video. It was a good presentation, covered the basis of what it's about. It's an app that this gentleman is building. After I watched the video, I did click on the link for their website, and I couldn't find any information on his team or him about his background or anything of that nature. It did talk about this ATOCs. It is available on the web. You can also download it on iOS, and it will be coming soon to Android. They're just waiting on some authentication to be able to upload it to the Google Play Store, and then it will be available on the Google Play Store. So I looked at ATOCs and I thought, well, it's a nice looking app. It's very militaristic looking, and I think that can wow a lot of people. So I'm thinking that maybe all of the fluff of the graphics and everything is a way to mesmerize people, attract them, and draw them in. So I searched. There's only 3 tabs available, and that's the sign up page where you sign up for ATOCs, and the privacy page, and then their terms page. Now I'm not going to go over the terms. If you want to go and check out this site after the video, I will leave a link down in the description and you could read all about the terms. But I am going to go over the privacy because I think that's very important. So now, what is ATOC? ATOC is an Advanced Tactical Operations Command. And you're going to see me referencing notes over here because while I did read through it and investigate, there's a lot of information and I didn't commit it all to memory, so I will be referencing my notes. So if you see me looking off to the left, that's because I am referencing my notes that I have. So Advanced Tactical Operations Command. This is a real-time situational awareness app that is for asset tracking and coordination for families, security teams, and organizations. So there's a wide range of people that this app is built for. Now, their privacy policy, which was last updated 20 December 2025, has some concerns in it that I want to address and I want you to pay attention and listen to. So, number one is the introduction. ATOCs, Advanced Tactical Operation Command, hereinafter known as We, Us, or Our, operates the ATOC.io website and platform. This privacy policy explains how we collect, use, disclose, and safeguard your information when you use our service. Number two, information we collect. Now, subsection 2.1, personal information. We may collect personal information that you voluntarily provide when registering for an account, including email address, organization name, user credentials, encrypted, and profile information as you choose to provide. Subsection 2.2, usage data. We automatically collect certain information when you access or use our platform, including IP address, browser type, operating system, access times, and pages viewed. Now, that is a concern because why do they need to know the browser type that I'm using, the operating system I'm using, and why do they need access to the times and pages I viewed? If I sign up for this service and I have the pages, they should be private unto me. And so if they can access that, that's the first concern for me. Subsection 2.3, operational data. Data you input into our platform, assets, team members, situation reports, etc., is stored securely and associated with your organization account. Number three, how we use your information. We use the collected information for providing and maintaining our service, managing your account and organization, responding to your inquiries and support requests, sending administrative communications, improving our platform and user experience, ensuring security and preventing fraud, complying with legal obligations. Number four, data security. We implement appropriate technical and organizational security measures to protect your personal information, including encryption in transit using TLS/SSL, and at rest, secure authentication mechanisms and major security assessments. However, no method of transmission over the internet is 100% secure. Number five, data retention. We retain your personal information for as long as your account is active or as needed to provide service. We will retain and use your information as necessary to comply with legal obligations, resolve disputes, and enforce agreements. Number six, third-party services. Our platform may use third-party services for hosting, authentication, and analytics. These providers have their own privacy policies and may collect information as specified in their respective policies. Key service providers include Supabase for authentication and database, Vercel for hosting, and Cloudflare for domain name service and security. Now that right there is a second red flag. So they're telling you that they have third-party services, 3 of them to be specific, that your information gets outsourced to. I don't like that at all. Number 7, your rights. Depending on your jurisdiction, you may have the right to access the personal information we hold about you, request correction of inaccurate data, request deletion of your data, object to or restrict processing of your data, data portability, withdraw consent where applicable. To exercise these rights, contact us at hello@atoc.io. Number 8, children's privacy. Our service is not intended for individuals under the age of 18. We do not knowingly collect personal information from children. If you believe we have collected information from a minor, please contact us immediately. Now that I do like, I agree with that one. Number 9, listen up here. International data transfers. Your information may be transferred to and processed in countries other than your own. We ensure appropriate safeguards and are safeguards are in place for such transfers in compliance with applicable data protection laws. So, what does that mean? Does that mean that our information is being transferred to other countries, or is it foreign countries' information being transferred here? They don't clarify that, and that is red flag number 3 for me. 10. Changes to this policy. We may update this policy from time to time. We will notify you of any changes by posting our new policy on this page and updating the last updated date. Continued use of this service after changes constitutes acceptance. So, there's 3 major red flags in their privacy policy alone that are no-go for me. Now, the software looks like it would be a great thing to have, but I don't like the fact that my data is stored on their servers, which is their computers, and we don't know who has access to their computers. Again, we know nothing about these people other than some videos on YouTube, a website that has no history about the company, no About Us page, not telling anything about any of the staff, and they've developed this app that they're hoping that you'll just blindly enter your information, and now they have everything about you, everybody in your group, locations, because you can enter waypoints and locations and GPS coordinates, situational reports or sit reps. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can enter into this app, and then you have no clue of who has it, where it's going, where it's stored, who's looking at it. Now, someone on the YouTube channel under that video said, this is a no-go for me because I'm not going to post my stuff and have it floating around on your computers. And the owner of Grid-Based YouTube channel replied, well, we use encryption just like what the banks and financial institutions use, so why would you not trust us with your information? Well, here's one very good solid point. Banks and credit card companies and credit unions that use this encryption, they are bound by federal law that if your information is hacked and given away, or if an employee was to take your information and use it for nefarious situations, they're federally liable. These people here are just some people on the web and on YouTube that there's nothing to back if your information was taken and used for a nefarious action where they're held accountable. So, okay, you have encryption, but we know nothing about you. You have no information about you or any of your staff, how many staff you have, who has access to this information, nothing. And they think that people are just going to blindly post their information on this app. This is why I do this, because a lot of people would never read the privacy policy. They just see an app that looks really cool, very militaristic, matrixy, and oh, this is really cool. This, this looks espionage type thing, and this is really cool. But you have no clue where you're submitting your information. So that's exactly why I do these kind of videos, is so that I will do the deep dive, I will do the investigation, and I will let you know what I think. With all of my years as a consultant and training people, these are the things that I do to help people be better prepared and better secured in their preps and self-reliance, so that they're not giving away a bunch of information and they're not out there telling everybody what they have, because for all I know, this guy could be, a CIA operative, former CIA, which I've said before. Anybody that tells you they're former CIA, don't believe them, because there's no such thing as former CIA. Once you've been a company man, you're always a company man. So to me, this looks like a backdoor database for preppers. They're collecting information on preppers so they know where you are. They know all the people in your circle, because you're entering all this information about, people on your team, which could be family members or other group members, who come from all walks of life. So now they have this information about you, and you're just giving it all away freely if you choose to use this app. I would highly recommend you do not use this ATOX app because I just have a really bad feeling about it. Now, I have some friends that used to work in government positions who I've passed this information to, and they're investigating to see what more they can find out about this person and this company, this grid base, and everything that they do, and what the real deal is with this app, because I just think it's a big red flag, not having any information about the company, their employees, the founder, and all these things in the privacy where there's third-party people involved, that services that they send your information to, that they retain your information on their servers. And, okay, so you call and say, hey, I want to delete my information. How do you know they have? It's no different than 23andMe when they lied about their deletion policy, where, if people, really want their stuff deleted, all they got to do is let us know when we delete it, and they weren't deleting it. They were selling it. So how do we know this is any different? Never trust anybody that comes out with a free app. Now, there are paid levels to it. You can pay, but the free level is what a lot of people are going to use. And I think majority of people would jump on and willingly sign up for free and put all their information in. And some people might even be foolish enough to pay for the upper levels and put in their information. So you're paying them to have your information now. No thanks. I think that this is a big thumbs down, and that you should avoid this grid base and ATOX at all costs. That's my opinion. So if you found this information helpful, please consider buying me a coffee. I am independent. I will never be monetized on YouTube. I am completely 100% backed by you, the viewers, supported by you, the viewers, and that's it. So if you'd like to see more of this content and help me to build more of this content, please consider it. There's a link down in the description, or there'll be a QR code on the screen, and you can do either way and buy me a coffee. It'd be much appreciated. So until then, always remember to plan, train, prepare, and defend. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.